Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I saw someone in the chatmosphere ask, what is kefir? So I'll start out there. Yes, A1, welcome. I know nothing about this subject. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. Karen, hello. That's right. This is Activation Fizzy Bliss. And I'll tell you more about why I'm calling it Fizzy Bliss. Besides being goofy that I am, I put on green eyeshadow for you. Do you appreciate it? When do I ever do that? So this, I don't know why I wore blue eyeshadow. I think it was yesterday. Did you notice? You know what they say about people that wear blue eyeshadow. Daryl, let's see. Unfamiliar, willing to learn. I love it. Rosie Pie is here. Hi, sis. A rose for you. Give her her flowers now. Right, Rosie Pie? Thanks for joining. T. Witchen is here. Hi. And Carly. Yay for Kefir. So you are a Kefir fan. Sherry, good afternoon. And Joseph checking in from Ireland. Look, maybe I could say this is for you, Joseph. I put on green eyeshadow. Luck of the Irish, right? Look at that. Marlon is here. What? The band is getting together for sure. Marlon, what's up, bro? How you doing? Thanks for showing up. And Bernadette in New York. Hello, hello. Angela, good afternoon. Greg, now I haven't seen you in a while. Do you like the green? Well, I'm glad you like it. I figured I was out in the green and the outdoors, so I said, hmm, there are certain shades in the palette that I never use. Green, why not? Thank you. Thank you, A1. I just feel like, it's when you do things like that blue and green eyeshadow. See, I worked in psychiatric nursing, and these were the kind of things that I might say, we're going to have to watch that one right there. She's wearing blue eyeshadow, okay? So I'm just saying, Sean, you know what I'm talking about. What you talking about, Willis? Hello, Phyllis. You're missing Gold Diggers of 1933 for this? Oh gosh. I had no idea I was competing with Gold Diggers of 19. You've got to tell me, Phyllis, how that is, okay? I guess these are the flapper girls, the Gold Diggers from that era, right? Is that still the flapper era? She's missing that for us. Courtney, well, I haven't seen you in a while. My, this is fabulous. Hi, Brian Moore. Perfect love to you as well. All right, so it's a classic movie. Oh, it comes on like TNT. Well, I sure hope it's worth your time. Okay, so without further ado, because I don't want Phyllis to have, well, not so much buyer's remorse, but I don't want her to have remorse. Welcome from what I was going to say Starbucks. What in the heck? I was going to say welcome if you're joining us from Starbucks. Scratch that. Welcome if you're joining us from Facebook. Not much of a difference. All the corporations are the same. They're the same people anyway. Starbucks, Facebook, Meta. It doesn't matter, right? Apple. These are all the same people. Right? Okay, so welcome from Meta Facebooks and welcome from Twitch. I was going to say glitch. That must be what's going on. Maybe it's the JoJo Magoo kind of humor is rubbing off a little too much on me. Helen, hello. Much love and light in all the chat. Love you. Oh, love you too. Great show as always from Allegheny Mountains. Look at that. Beautiful. Fabulous. Okay, so since A1 started off with asking what is kefir, before I get into my cooking that I do outdoors, my fermenting and brewing, and yes, people, I won't be offended. I understand that medicine women, people that want to get into, get off of the pharmaceuticals, sometimes they call us witches. I have no idea why, but it's a misunderstanding and that's okay. It's okay. I get it. People think I'm a witch, but I'm not. I'm not a witch, and God knows I'm not a witch anymore. Okay? maybe you could have said at times that I've been witchy poo ish, dabbling, right? But no more, everyone, no more. I'm coming back to the law. I'm coming back, repatriating. I'm not dabbling anymore. Okay, but I may come off a little bit hippie, free spirited, but that's okay because God created me unique like He created all of us. We can't all be the same, right? So, what is kefir or kefir? I say kefir, and if that's okay with you, we have any purists in the room? Okay, you want to see what? Let's see what. Let's kick the wiki, okay? Because someone asked you as well. Someone asked me the same if I was a witch. What do you think? Yeah, it's like the hippie thing. It has a bad taste in the mouth because of what happened. They got controlled opposition. I don't know. It's just having fun with it all. Relax. That's why I'm making kefir for all of you, okay? I'll tell you a little story in a bit. Okay, so we're going to kick the wiki. And I'm reading from the device because, again, I don't want to look up. I don't want you doing a COVID test on my nostrils when I'm reading because I don't know where to look on this darn thing. So if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at you guys, looking here, looking all over. It's so cuckoo. Anyway, I will read kefir from Wikipedia, kicking the wiki. Kefir, kefir is Russian. Are you sure you want to do this? Are we still going forward? Because, those people, they don't like anything to do with Russia. And I love Russia. You can put it on the record. I don't care. I had Russian caregivers when I was a child. I love Russians, okay? I really want to go to the Russian tea room one day, by the way. Oh, someone lost a bet to me. Oh boy, I think they owe me a Russian tea room visit. It'll be my first one. Okay, kefir, Russian. It is a fermented milk drink similar to a thin yogurt. Thin. Or Aryan. Aryan. We need to get straight. Who are the Aryans, okay? Aryan came up. That is made from kefir grains, a specific type of mesophiliac symbiotic culture. Okay? Isn't that something? The drink originated in the North Caucasus Mountains, in particular the Elbrus region, along the upper mountainous sections of Circassia, Karachay, Bulgaria, from where it came to Russia. And from there, it spread to Europe and the United States, where it is prepared by inoculating the milk of cows, goats, or sheep with kefir grains. All right. I want to read, no, I'll keep reading if you don't mind. Yeah, let's learn right now what Wiki says. The principal human benefit of consuming kefir rather than the milk that is produced from is that adults often lose the ability to digest lactose and therefore may have difficulty or digestive problems absorbing the nutrients and minerals usually present in animal milk. Kefir converts milk into a low lactose beverage that still retains all of milk's nutritional benefits. The dense concentration of certain bacteria and yeast in kefir is also believed to aid digestion in much the same way that yogurt does. The world's largest producer is Russia, followed by Poland. Kefir is a breakfast, lunch, and dinner drink across Belarus, Estonia, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Romania, Russia, and Ukraine. where it is known as an affordable health drink. It is also known in Norway, Sweden, and Finland, where fermented milk drinks are common. Kefir is common particularly among Russian and Estonian minorities. In South Slavic countries, kefir is consumed at any time of the day, especially with zelnik, burek, as well as in cold soup served in the summertime. So if you're having a hot summer, are you afraid of the world getting hot? Well, you could do a little milk kefir to cool it on down, okay? Yeah, it cools it down. So that'll be all for the kefir, that part of it, but let's see if we could talk about it. Is fermented at ambient temperatures, generally overnight. Okay, so this is like when I worked night shift. The kefir is a night shift healthcare professional. We could see it that way. So, ambient temperatures, fermentation of the lactose yields a sour, carbonated, lightly alcoholic beverage with a consistency and similar taste to drinkable yogurt, right? Nice, right? Like I love the Indian mango lassi. This is in the same sort of feeling, I'm thinking. The kefir grains initiating the fermentation are initially created by auto aggregations of lactobacillus, cara, car, car, oh, wait a minute, Carferanofaciens, and Saccharomyces turicensis, where multiple biofilm producers cause the surfaces to adhere, which form a three-dimensional microcolony. The biofilm is a matrix of heteropolysaccharides called kefirin, which is composed of equal proportions of glucose and galactose. There you are, you galactons. All right. It resembles small cauliflower grains. While I'm doing this, let me pull this up so you all can see what it looks like. If you want to do the milk kefir, I am going to be doing the water kefir because, I don't get along with milk very much, but I'm not telling you that you should not do milk kefir, because I think I'm going to get some milk kefir grains as well, because I love yogurt and I used to do the milk kefir grains, but I just wanted to replace drinking soda so much and juices. So that's why I really love water kefir. So let me share and I'll show you as I'm going through reading this stuff. So this is a Polish food that the kefir is served with. That looks delicious. My, oh my. Anyone in the chatmosphere know about kvass and kefir with kolach? Kolach, did I say it right? I should know this stuff. So, a lot of the stories that we've heard over the years is that the Russians that live in the Caucasus Mountains and other mountain ranges in that area of the world, they live to be over 100 years old. And it's not just living to be 100 is the goal. It's to be vibrant, because I've taken care of people that live to be old ages, but they're laying in a bed without any quality of life. They're just laying in a bed for days on end, attached to tubes and machines and things like that, and tons of pharmaceuticals. Whereas when you hear about longevity in parts of the world like the Caucasus Mountains, those older people, you wouldn't know they were in their 100s, and they basically are walking in the rough terrain and doing work, and they're just right in the game of life, just not laying in a bed, right? Yes, that is not living. It really isn't. It used to really pain me to see that day in and day out. Yes, the joys of nursing. Yes, Monica. In Poland, they have places called milk bars. Really? Thank you for sharing that. So they have a place in New York City called the Milk Bar. So now I see where they got that. Very nice. Thank you for letting us know that. Lock for Life is here. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. A1 hasn't had a soda in over 6 years. That is great. I love ginger ale. I just love it. Beet kvass, is that a fermented beet juice? Let us know, because I know beets are very, very good for you. Hello, Linda. Welcome. Thank you for coming by to see us. So let's see. I'll advance these pictures to show you. This is what I wanted to show you right here. Okay, that is what the grains look like. So these are the symbiotic matrix. Isn't that fascinating that they call the mother, the mother, a matrix, and the womb, a lot of times in scripture, is called the matrix. So, guys, okay, I'm just saying, okay, don't come for me, manosphere. I'm just stating what things are. I'm being a reporter of sorts. Beautiful sunrises. Thank you for coming by, and sunsets. I'm glad you like this information. I'm going to do a demonstration as well. Okay, you going to hang out for a while? I hope you do. It's a beautiful Saturday, and what have I become? I used to be so extroverted, but now I'm an introvert. I've turned into an introvert since 2020. Isn't that funny? I never understood introverts until now. So I'm an introvert, and yeah, so this works. This works nice. I'm glad to hang out with you in this way, because I couldn't just go crazy talking to the cat or the wall, right? Or whatever. Let's see, you drink cider vinegar. Yes, fermented drinks are just fabulous. T. Witten, oh, Jen, you will love Kefir Ginger Pop. Oh, I like the way you said that. I'm going to use that word pop too, because I love that. I like those words like fizzy and blissy and pop. Yes, there you are. So you make that type of kefir? Ginger pop. Whoa, yum. Introverts rock. Now I know that you guys rock. I've joined the ranks of the introvert gang. Gang. So as you can see, it does resemble cauliflower grains with colors that range from white to creamy yellow. A complex and highly variable symbiotic community can be found in these grains. Isn't this interesting? And again, I am going back to this thing that has captured my imagination, the vapor canopy, and back to Eden, and things balancing out. I'm not advocating for a matriarchy. I'm not into that, but I'm saying these things sound very motherly. Don't they? They sound very matriarchal in a balanced way, if you hear what I'm saying, okay? Just reading this, where it's just symbiotic and community. I like it, everyone. Can be found in these grains. So if you look at the chemical activity when the fermentation is happening with this mother culture, think about that. Women, we are going to have to take the culture, and we're going to have to reject the hoe culture, and we are going to have to make a stand for a code of conduct, a code of things. Not saying you have to behave a certain particular way, but what I'm saying is we are not going to normalize aberrant behavior. We're not going to celebrate degradation of the woman. degradation, and just basic degeneracy. Okay, so the whole thing where they say hoes are winning, this is all of this kind of stuff that this is teaching me. It's just reinforcing certain things. So no, hoes aren't winning, and they aren't winning anymore. They might have been winning before 2020 when things, when the when the temperature and the climate started to change. Okay, so hoes are not winning. All right, where did I leave off? Again with the tangents, right? Stop me, someone. So this is, can all be found in this chemical reaction. And this can include acetic acid bacteria such as A. aceti, yeast such as Candida kefir, and a number of lactobacillus species. And it lists a lot of them. So we're talking about the good bacteria, flora, gut flora, the good stuff. This is your immune system, I believe, allegedly, in your gut. I think it's a lot to it, okay? So these are all these great, great things. And the microbe flora can vary between batches of kefir due to factors such as the kefir grains rising out of the milk while fermenting, or curds forming around the grains, as well as temperature. And additionally, Tibetan kefir composition differs from that of the Russian kefir, Irish kefir, oh, Joseph, Taiwan kefir, and Turkey, where's Nedge, fermented beverage with kefir. In recent years, the use of freeze-dried starter culture has become common due to the stability of fermentation and easy transportation. Okay, so nutrition. Let's read nutrition before I get into making the kefir. I'm activating the muva. Okay, nutrition. Kefir products contain nutrients in various amounts from negligible to significant, including dietary minerals, vitamins, essential amino acids, and conjugated linoleic acid in amounts similar to unfermented cow, goat, or sheep milk, at a pH of 4.2 to 4.6. Kefir is composed mainly of water and byproducts of the fermentation process, including carbon dioxide and ethanol. Oh boy, who won't like that? Klaus Schwab's, right? Klaus Schwab's won't like kefir. So you're no kefir for you, Klaus Schwab's, because the kefir gives off byproducts that you are trying to tell us is bad, right? It gives off, what did it say? Yeah, he won't get any, none for him. Ethanol and carbon dioxide. Typical of milk, several dietary minerals are found in kefir, such as calcium, iron, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, sodium, copper, molybdenum, manganese, and zinc in amounts that have been that have not been standardized to a reputable nutrient database. Also similar to milk, kefir contains vitamins in variable amounts, including vitamin A, vitamin B1, which is thiamine, vitamin B2, which is riboflavin, vitamin B3, which is niacin. It gives you that nice niacin rush. Have you ever done that? I have a friend out in Los Angeles, in Thousand Oaks. I won't say your name, but we were kind of like those hippie hippie mothers, and we hung out like she's from my church, and we would do all this stuff, make our kombucha, and we made our like all the we had a apothecary of natural elixirs. She was so much fun, but we would open up niacin and just put it on our tongue. And then we would just look at each other as we turned red. Sorry, we did that. It was one of our just, I don't know, is that hippie fun? Is that what hippies do for fun? It was harmless. But anyway, it'll cause a flush. Niacin. It is not anything to be afraid of, but of course you want to check all these. Let me give a disclaimer. I am not suggesting that anybody drinks kefir. This is all testimony and allegedly. Everything that I say is allegedly right now, okay? All right. And check it and do your due diligence. You're all adults, and if you hang out in the chatmosphere, I don't think you're the kind of people that drink Tide Pods and stuff like that. But anyway, B6, vitamin B9, folic acid, B12, and I said vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, essential amino acids, lots of good ones. And it is just going to have lots of good things. So again, Russia, thank you, Russia, for giving the world kefir. Okay, I will now. Is that enough of an explanation? Do you want me to begin making the kefir? Okay. Hey there, Nixon. How are you? Okay, let's get it hopping in here. Let's put a little music on. I know you guys are going to be like, "Oh no, she's putting music on." I'm gonna put it low so so we just have a little something out here besides the lawnmowers in the background, okay? So let's see, what am I going to pick? I don't have much here, but let's do a little jazz while I am preparing. How's that? Okay, let me start off by saying thank you to 420 Wild Dragon, who kept me on task in terms of when Scoby Mama would be ready. Remember, we had that event out here where I activated Muva. Okay, so here's Muva. And for all my kombucha clans people, that doesn't sound so good, but for the kombucha crew, this doesn't look very good, does it? Look at that. Muva, it has sank to the bottom. Muva is not activated. So what happened? What do you think happened? Does anybody have a guess? It doesn't look good. Oh, sorry for the knocking. It doesn't look good, the environment that Muva is in. But I just let it go. It doesn't have anything to do with me not taking it out on the 21st because I knew that it wasn't turning out the way I'm used to. So what do you think it was? Anybody have any ideas? Because I have an idea. But this one I'm not going to use, okay? All right. I just wanted to give you an update. I didn't want you to think I forgot about it. That Muva is not going to work out. So you're welcome, No More Games. Thank you for joining. Yes, all that jazz, okay? So this is the thing. I knew that I normally use a live Muva culture, not a dehydrated Muva. But I don't want you to think that this company, it was not their fault. I'll tell you what it is. It was my fault because the date, they have a to use by, okay, I'll show you. Best by 2016. Okay? So this was my fault. I had it in too long, just stored, okay? So I'm not going to blame the company. It was I'm kind of one of these people that I kind of don't believe that, I don't know, maybe I'm one of these people, I'm like, I don't think that your dates are really right. I think you just want us buying more stuff, okay? I'm not saying that's the right way to be, but I sometimes push it with due dates and stuff. Dates. I don't know. I don't stick to them totally, but it was something I had to learn. So I goofed up. But guess what? I ordered a live muva, so you can watch me what is this called? Unboxing. I'm gonna unbag a new muva, and it's alive. It's not dehydrated. Okay, so let's see how muva looks. I didn't go to the lady that I normally go to because I fell out of touch with her. You know how you fall out of touch with people? It's always awkward, you know. I didn't want to. I don't know if she's even in the business. It's been years and years ago. Okay, so this is it. Your kombucha SCOBY is here. By Joshua Tree Kombucha. Okay. You want me to open more so you can see a live muva? And this is what I'll do because actually the mail came right before I went live. She said, unbag the muva. Unbag the mother. You said home economics. That's right. This is, thank you. See, Joseph is the reason, everyone. You are the reason. Because you're right. This is like a home ec. Oh my God. You know what? I want to do like other home ec projects, okay? Oh my goodness. Are you ready? This is exciting, isn't it? Okay, of course, we need to have. Oh, they thank you. Don't you like companies like this? This is nice, Joshua Tree. I like it. And they are not sponsoring this. They probably wouldn't like me because of my views. They probably would say, lady, please don't buy any more of our kombucha. I don't know. They might not be like that. But you know, we got used to being hated in the culture. Okay, ready? Let's make it dramatic, okay? At her. Isn't she beauty? This is a beautiful muva right here. This is what I'm used to, a live muva. What was I thinking no, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk bad about the company. Please, I'm just saying for me personally, I like a live muva. So this is what I'm going to do. If you want to hang out tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, I will start muva, live muva. She doesn't need activation. She's ready to go. So if you want to hang out tomorrow, just let me know. And I'll have a proper burial for this muva and clean this out, and this is where new muva will be, and we'll start making kombucha right off the bat. How do you like that? Look at that. Okay, let me make sure I have everything together. I don't want to lose my instructions because I will read the instructions. Every company, you know, they suggest different things. Do you want to get together tomorrow? Okay, so that's what we might do then. Okay, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. I actually got it from the same company, so that's why I'm saying I'm not knocking this company, but I showed you yesterday the Kefir grains. So this is what we're going to do now. So this one has to be activated, the kefir, but it is within the date, okay? Tomorrow sounds good? So we'll do kombucha muva. We'll do fermentation. All right. T. Whitten, chair dancing with the alien looking. Where else are you going to see such a crazy sight, huh? Okay, so this, are you ready? Let's do a real dramatic unbagging for kefir. Are you ready to see the kefir movers? These are lots of movers. Okay. They're little dry, little, I don't know, they look like crunchies that you would put on top of salad, maybe. Don't do that, though. Okay, so we have to activate. And activation, oops, what are you doing? I didn't ask you, Surrey. Surrey's trying to jump into the conversation. Girl, go back to sleep. Nobody, don't come for me unless I send for you, Siri. Okay, activating your water grains. So again, these are not milk grains. These are water grains, and this is going to be Fizzy Blissy. Fizzy Bliss, Swanky Bubbles. When I made this, when my daughter was in high school, I was in high gear making these kombucha kefir. So I started making water kefir and bottling it up. And my daughter was taking it to school. And she explained something one day. And, you know, I was the pick her up from school mom, you know, get in the line and all that. And one day she gets in the car, and her friends are like, they're all having a little inside joke. And she said, oh my God, the group of friends, they yelled down in the hallway. They yell her name and say, when is your mom making more of that liquid Xanax? And I said, what? Wait a minute. They said, what? They nicknamed the kefir liquid Xanax. So you know what I did after that. They ruined it. No more kefir. It was no more kefir for you. Had to be so cute calling it liquid Xanax. Well, they said that it gave them a very calm, you know, just a calmness. And when you look into it, children, a lot of children have benefited from these drinks. So look into it, talk to people that you know, highly respect. Get opinions of parents that have used these fermented drinks to, you know, to get their kids in a, you know, wellness, right? Wellness for all of us. We want to look into things. We're researching and we're sharing testimonials. So look for testimonials of that sort. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to solve. These are the things you need for the water kefir. You need a glass jar, 1 quart, a thermometer. I don't have one right now. You need a coffee filter or a light weave cloth, a rubber band, and a mesh strainer. So you don't need a lot. And sugar. That's all you need is the pack of dehydrated water kefir grains, water-free or chlorine and fluoride-free water, and organic cane sugar. So right now I'm going to dissolve some sugar. So in a half cup of hot water. All right, so kind of hot, not too hot. So a half a cup. So we're in the making phase. Okay, so that was half a cup of hot water, 1/4 cup of organic sugar. I'm dissolving. Don't worry about the sugar. You know about the fermentation process, that sugar dissolves, and the chemical process takes a lot of the sugar content away. Okay, so I'm just dissolving this. Oh, wow. I don't know what's going on. Things are flying a little too much. Oh, by the way, I'm continuing to see the weirdest weather, hear it and see it every day around the same time. It might happen because it happens, it seems like 2, maybe it might happen 2 if we're still hanging out. Maybe you'll hear the thunder that just comes out of nowhere and it'll be on a sunny, like a sunny day. Somebody said that they are experiencing that as well, just out of nowhere. Okay, that's starting to look good. I would say that went into solution. No, I still see a little bit. One more round. I'm sweating. I feel like I'm having a hot flash, you all. Could I be having hot flashes? If I had a hot flash, I would totally let you all see it. Has anyone ever done that? Let me know. Have you ever watched a hot flash happen on live stream? I haven't had one yet, but if I start to have it, I think it's hot in here. It's getting hot in here. You see me? Yes, look at the hair. It's starting to become Afro-licious. See what happens? I told you we're all going to have afros. Are you okay with it? Did you have a chance to think it over? Okay, look at that. Oh, I don't know. It's like a little crystal kind of clump of sugar. Let me work on that. Menopause is contagious. I think JoJo Magoo is going through menopause, right? Late menopause. He said winter is coming. I should have said summer is coming for you, JoJo Magoo. You're going to have a bad case of menopause. The men all pause. When he walks, when he falls, stumbles in the room. The men all pause. Do, 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 do. More entertaining than Julia Childs. I love Julia Childs. When I was little, oh, things are flying. Okay, there you are. Where are my chemists? Does this look like it's in solution good? So that's the organic sugar. Okay, next. I dissolved it. Now I want to add 3 cups of cool water. Right here. Oh no, I'm not sure. Hold it. If this is the amount I want. Hold it. I didn't bring as many things out as I anticipated, but you know what I'll do? Got to improvise. I want to measure correctly. So let's see if this will fit in here. I just need something to hold this. Uh-oh. I'm always on the very edge of things. I just made it, okay? I needed something so I could free up this. So they say 3 cups of water to add. Okay, so here we are. Going to be precise. Oh my God, I didn't bring enough things out here, people. I don't want to pour that out. And I want to be exact. I need to have 3 cups, and this is only a 2-cupper. Okay, so bear with me. I'm figuring some things out. Oh. Hold it. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to hold this up. I'm not going to play. What I'm going to do is empty. Okay. My goodness. Sometimes I don't know. When maybe I'm nervous. Are you making me nervous? No, you guys don't make me nervous. Okay. The music is helping me stay a little calm so I don't mess this up. Lots of pressure. So I need 1 more cup cool water. I'll get it out of here. I'll just save that for tea later. So I need 1 more cup. Okay. So total of 3. I don't know why I did that. That wasn't necessary. Okay, now here's the sugar water. I'm going to pour it. I'm not going to pour it from here. Can you just imagine? The ants would love it. We'll pour from a spout. So I'm going to add that to the 3 cups. So the sugar solution is going in. All right. Now, maybe I'll do a little swirl. How's it going out there? I love you too, Sunny Day. Welcome. Thanks for coming by. This is like the lab thing that they have, the centrifuge. That's a new dance I'm starting, the centrifuge. Only a nerd would do it. Join me and do the centrifuge. Now, the moment that we've been waiting for, possibly, maybe not. Okay, let me get a few things out of the way. Don't need a few things here. And I do need the scissors. So I'm opening the grains, the muva. Let me do it on a corner. Okay, these are the things, okay? If you've had enough mishaps, you stop yourself before you do something goofy. And you see Fred Sanford saying, "You big old dummy, why did you do that?" So I cut it at an angle so we can have a little spout. And so we don't spill muffers. We don't want muffers spilling. That's not a good thing, okay? Oh boy, things are happening. Okay, let's see. And you clean up after yourself, you know? I feel like I'm bossing you around right now. I'm being a mother. Okay, so, and this is the portion called activating muva. That's what we're doing. So I emptied the entire pack of dehydrated water kefir grains into the room temperature sugar water. Temperature is important for your grains to thrive. Always keep your grains between 68 Fahrenheit and 85 Fahrenheit. At any lower, it will take much longer to culture. Any higher, harmful bacteria will start to grow. Cover with a coffee filter or cloth secured by a rubber band and let the grains rehydrate for 3 days at room temperature. Can someone tell me when that will be? Is that Wednesday, 3 days? After 3 days, the grains should be plump, okay? So don't worry about eating butter, mother. You should be plump. And translucent. Translucent, I don't know. How can we decode that? Sounds nice though. They're activated and ready to make kefir. Strain out the grains and discard the sugar water. So in 3 days, when will that be? We could get back together and we're gonna start the kefir fermentation. Like I said, we're gonna do other things. They have yogurt. I wanna start doing a little yogurt. And what else? I want to do a cheese. I thought it'd be nice to do like a cheese, maybe. Just let me know. Hey, Sharon, welcome. Didn't know you were a chemist as well. My dad is a chemist, so I hung out in his lab. You know, I was the kid. By the way, I drank from beakers when I was at Spelman College. So I would get beakers from my roommates and turn them into super nerds like myself. So I would go to my dad's lab, which was downtown Atlanta, and I would hang out at his lab all the time since I was a little girl. So I was the girl hanging out in the lab, watching my dad, the chemist. And I loved all his glassware. Whenever he got new glassware delivered, I always got first dibs. He knew I wanted every shape of glassware. And this is what I drink. I drink from these, okay? So when I would go to the cafeteria at Spelman, you can see why I only hung around certain kind of people who understood. And I would get my Sprite, you know, I would go into the cafeteria, I put ice in it, you know, the shaved ice, of course. I was an ice person, and then, which is another story. If you crunch on ice a lot, you want to check your iron because you could have what they call pica. I don't want to get off on. We'll talk about pica another time, but yeah, we get my Sprite, and I drink from this. You know, some things do not change. So here we are. Do you see it's already starting to do some things? Look at that. Whoa, babies. Mother. It looks fabulous. I wish I had a look at that, everybody. Are you grossed out? Things are happening. Things are happening. Okay, so I'm going to put the cloth over it. And if you want, how long are we here? I was going to read if you want to hang out, I'll read the Declaration of Independence. Why not? Why not? If you're up for it, let me know. Because I just want to keep reading these documents and realizing common law, God's law, okay. Yeah, that mother is not doing well. That's a sick mother. Okay, so I will sit the kefir grains over here, and if anything happens, I will keep you posted, and we can keep an eye out on it. So I will pull up the Declaration of Independence. So what are we doing? Wasn't that stuff written on hemp? On hemp? Let me know. FedEx. Hemp? You know how your grandmom always had something in her bra? This is what I have in my bra. Don't judge me. I don't care. I've been through a lot, okay? So let me pull it up. And we're going to do, I just want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before I go in. Hopefully I will not have a rant, okay? Let's see. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. How's it going, Phyllis? I was a lab rat. Instead of a lab rat, I was a lab brat. Because you know I'm my dad's only child, so it was like there's Jennifer, and I would always visit all the chemists on the floor. Oh, it was so great visiting all the labs, and they do all these different things, and all of his chemist friends, they loved when I would come by to visit. It was great. Okay. Oh, I do feel like I'm having a hot Okay, let's see. Are we good? Look at that. Let's do it. Green. It's green means go. I didn't get anything. I'm such like I'm a goofball with this stuff. I'm kind of a noob with some of it, but I'm learning. This is a very good company too. Should I give you the name of this company if you want to know? Maybe I'll put a link. You know what? I have a link to this company. You know what I'll do? I'll put it in the description. I think it's like one of those referral links. Would you like that? And they do high quality stuff. You can read up on them. Okay, 1 minute. I don't know if it needs a charge. Let's see. One more time. You want the link? Okay. So it says you hit it 5 times and then it goes green and then you do one more. You do 2 or 3 according to the level. I'm gonna do 2. Oh, you know what it is? It needs a charge and I'm gonna charge it. It doesn't take long to charge. So you can charge it, right? This is all very, it's good for like someone like me, a Gen X. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay, so yeah. All right, so this will be charging. All right. I will open up the Declaration of Independence. And before I do that, let me plug in my computer because it will go silent. I don't. All right. All right, so you guys are probably like, no wonder she's so goofy. All right, so Declaration of Independence. I read this once outside of Independence Hall. I was giving those people a fit because I went there back maybe 9 months ago. I was in Philly. And I went into the whole deal, the tour, and they wanted me to wear a mask, and I wasn't complying with the craziness. So I just had to, I did the thing. I just put a little thing like that. I wasn't, they were talking to me about liberty in our documents, yet they were forcing people to wear a mask. I didn't vibe with it. So, Gen X. No, that's funny. Gen X will save the world. Yes, we're going to do our original constitution on hemp paper. We want to go back to hemp. All right, so, and remember when I was reading it outside of Independence Hall, the bell went off. Oh, that was so cool. I took that video down. I have it, I think I have it on Rumble, but okay, let's get the actual transcript. I don't want to read someone's commentary. All right, this says it is. Okay, this is it. All right. There you are. America's founding documents. I'm reading from the National Archives. Declaration of Independence. The following text is a transcription of the stone engraving of the parchment Declaration of Independence, the document on display in the rotunda at the National Archives Museum. The spelling and punctuation reflects the original. In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13th United States of America, when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to effect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for the future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to the candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers incapable of annihilation have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose, obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, given his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the work of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers, the merciless Indian savages whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every state of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them, as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace, friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by the authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. So that is a Declaration of Independence. What do you think? Any thoughts? What's going on in the chat atmosphere? Let's see what you guys are up to. Let me put this up. What are you thinking? Yes, I agree, Herschel Sanders. Thanks for joining. Sorry I have to fan these little flies away. The Patriot Act is unconstitutional. Amen. So what are we going to do about the Patriot Act? I think that we have to get rid of it, of course, right? But when I read that Declaration of Independence, which I'm going to read it more often, I see that the power of the states is really important to getting out of this, of course, but it becomes more clear to me as it states that a state has the right to form an alliance with any other state. That means, like, if they want to do commerce, they can do commerce. And basically, you know, they can have an economy that is unique to their state. And that is an amazing thing. That really is. It does need to be overturned. I would like to look into what that looks like. Are there any politicians currently that are serving in government today that are actively working to overturn the Patriot Act? If you know of any, let me know. You're welcome, Carly A. You're welcome. I appreciate that you like that. Self-governing states. That's right, Molly. Amen. There you are. So that was basically what I wanted to hang out and do. What I'll do now is I have to do a few things today, but this is what it looks like now. If you want to take a look, it looks like it went through a little change, a little bit. It's looking good. Okay, you can see it from, look at that angle. Kind of different, right? Looks very alien. And we'll get fancy. I like the taste of it without adding flavors. It's very good without adding flavors, but this time around I want to do some flavors. And again, we'll do more like creative things because I wanted to do tie-dye. Doesn't that sound fun? Tie-dye. And I want to make a little bed for Josephine. I want to make it look like, I'll let you know later. Maybe I'll do it during a live stream. Oh, another thing, basically, wait a minute, hold it. I started another app up. Can you imagine? I have an app called Station Head, and I started a little radio channel. I'll give you more details as I begin to learn how to work with the app, but I want to start playing music, the music that I grew up, the Gen X generation. It would be the soundtrack to our growing up, as well as the baby boomers. You all will appreciate it, and definitely the millennials. If you raised your child like I raised my daughter on old, like soul music and everything, rock and roll, everything, right? So I want to play music on Station Head. Has anybody ever heard of Station Head? It is like a radio station, so I can play anything that's on my Apple list, so I don't have to worry about any, copyright infringements or anything like that. So I can do some shows, and I'll send the link out. I think it's easy. I'm new to it, so give me a minute to get used to it. And I'll have like a little radio show maybe every day. I'll play music and give background, maybe like musicology, and maybe we can decode some of the songs that we grew up listening to. Would you like that? Station Head app. That's what it is. Station Head app. So I just started it, and it's going to be called Jenny the John. So it's the same name I use on Instagram, Jenny the John. And I'll play like music and just chat, and you can have me in the background listening if you so choose. And that will be that. And tomorrow we will do Muva. Let's see her one more time before we go. Let's look at Muva. So meet up so we can make our kombucha tomorrow. Remember the SCOBY? There she is. She wants to say bye before we leave, okay? So this is going to be tomorrow. We'll do kombucha. We'll have it all going on. So we don't let anything stop us, right? We have contingency plans. All right? So that sounds, it's going to be Station Head Jenny the John. And nothing is up there yet, but I will keep you posted. You like the idea of decoding music? Yeah, we'll do that. Lots of different genres, and I think it'll be nice. It'll be like listening, like going back, kind of on a different timeline and listening to radio when it was nice, right? Commercial free. And do you like that? That's a perfect SCOBY, you think, Carly? Good. I'm glad. Well, I like this SCOBY. It looks like a nice, healthy, very good Joshua Tree kombucha. You did good with Muva. Very nice, healthy, And the batch, the brew that it's in, very nice. The broth, right? The broth. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed and you hung out with me. And for anybody, I want to thank you for all the love, the stuff, the support, and all of that. I just want to thank you again and remind you this is where you can send, if you want to do a tip, an apple, whatever, not those apples, but an, an apple. So I will come back tomorrow, maybe around this time. It depends on what I have to do, but we can go ahead and get this on on deck, okay? All right, tomorrow we are making muva, making kombucha. So we got all the fermentation going at one time. And I will see you soon. Until then, I'll say like Monique says, I love us for real. I love us for real. Okay? Take care, everybody.